what's going on, my lovely people? I'm System66. We're going to get into these Resident Evil Welcome to Racoon City vignettes. Very interesting, so let's just kick it off straight away and we'll go back through it.
This whole town's been poisoned.
In our story, Claire Redfield is a runaway from Racoon City.
It's weird how he sounds a little bit like Paul Anderson. Listen to Paul Anderson's voice and his is a bit more gruff, but...
Very important information.
Why are you back here, Claire?
Watch this.
You gotta help us, Claire. Umbrella, we had a little incident. People are getting sick.
We have to contain this. Claire is a rounded character. She has her own journey.
Okay, Scuderio, if you don't know about her,
To shoot guns.
watch some clips of Skins. You'll see how good of an actress she is.
She's an absolute badass. We're gonna take Umbrella down.
I like that she's getting out there, you know. And I like that she's Claire Redfield, I'm not gonna lie.
Chris Redfield is a small town hero.
Right here.
And now
Cool, it's just like the game.
Racoon City Police Force.
That was cool. Oh wow, we get to see them in their
has a virus.
headquarters.
The virus infects Racoon City.
If we don't
In their
contain
office.
this, it could threaten the whole world.
Chris has to become more than just a small town hero. He has to become this action hero.
Yeah, I mean he's not wrong. That's creepy, that
What's
bit.
really cool about our movie is that it is very much an adaptation of the games.
We gotta get out of here.
It's like I'm living in the video game, and it's really, really exciting.
Get behind me.
Cool, I like the zombie design.
Welcome to Racoon
Leon.
City is very much an origin story. So we see Leon Kennedy's journey. For fans, Leon's an action hero, but we really want to go back to the original second game, where he's quite a nerdy, reluctant hero.
He's not, I don't agree with that, but anyway.
It was really important to cast.
They keep showing that zombie, it's hilarious.
Leon Kennedy to life. We did not want someone that looked identical to the games, but had no emotional connection.
Okay.
The fans are going to be
Train.
happy with this movie because it's pulling very much
Alexi
from the games.
5000.
Shall we go?
Throughout the movie, we see Leon
Cool.
become
That was good.
characters that gamers
cool.
will recognize.
Over the top.
A rocket launcher? Found it in first class.
Okay, let's go back through it. Not a lot of new stuff regarding Claire, so I'm not going to really centre on her. Kea Scuderio is a very, very competent actress. Very, very good British actress. And she was in a series I used to watch when I was like 15, had a massive crush on her, called Skins, and she played a character called Effie. She's a very, very, very good actress. Believe me, watch some clips of her. It might not be your thing. It was more about teenagers and, you know, popping pills and going to raves and shit, but it's interesting to see the emotions and stuff and the weight that she can actually bring. Now the fact that she's been in films like Crawl and just what was that? I can't remember. Maze Runner, I think she was in, something like that. And she's in this, and it's like B-movie horror films, and you don't expect, you know, high class acting in a B-movie style horror film, especially not a Resident Evil film. No one expects that. Maybe to a degree, but nothing, you know, like Hamlet or Shakespeare. But she's a very accomplished actress, that's the thing. But she can do this cool sort of heroine like role as well. And I commend her for that, because I like her. I like her as an actress. She's cool. So to see her sort of shooting zombies and kicking ass as Claire, yeah, it's cool. This zombie here, mate, has me in stitches. Just watch him, look. He's just barging like thin air. Look at him go. Oh, that's the best part of the film. Swear down, that's going to be the best part of the film when I watch it. Zombie design's great. Really, really good. Don't know why they kind of went to OTT with the mansion zombie, but you know. Again, not happy with the changes regarding Lisa Trevor. Go and watch my previous video if you don't know about that. Definitely a Claire-centric film. So she finds some info on Lisa Trevor.
To shoot guns.
It looks like she just dashes it to the floor, so she's obviously like pissed, probably reading what they did to her and stuff like that, and you know, she's just angry. Leon's like, right, what the fuck's going on?
I love how rebellious she is. Come on. Just an absolute badass. We're gonna take Umbrella down.
I'm not too sure who that is. Annette Birkin, I'm thinking.
We're gonna take Umbrella down.
Yeah. So we get into sort of like, so this is where the new stuff kind of kicks off. Get a good look at Chris and some backstory. So they're like orphans in this, and she left town, Claire left town, Chris stayed, became like a local hero, like Johannes Roberts is saying, that he joined the Stars. This is like straight from the game. We've got Jill there, very cool. And that's like straight from the game. And I love this bit.
And
It's a very cool shot, you know, the helicopter looks cool.
now he's part of the Raccoon City police force.
In this, I think that the Stars are just created. They haven't got years of experience behind them, so it looks like they're literally just put together by the RPD, Irons, and whoever else, the officials, city officials. We got a look at Jill, got Wesker here, all very close quarters and in close proximity to each other, which they kind of are in the game. But they also have like desks that sort of block each other. You know what I mean? They have like desks that have stuff that partitions each of the characters. But here they're just all crammed in. Interesting, we've got a little Easter egg here. Welcome Leon. So maybe Leon's going to join and then, I don't know, go to the Stars. Who knows? Don't know what that's about. We got Brad Vickers here. You know, it's Brad. He's going to get killed, isn't he? He gets killed in the trailer. You see it in the trailer. Got Richard Eichen here. Just very basic. I love the fact they've got the old 1990s computers. That's really cool. Great attention to detail. A missing poster here, because obviously people go missing in the Arklay Forest. And some case files. So, interesting. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe it's in the RPD. Thinking it's in the RPD. William Birkin, not pissed off at the guy playing him. I think he looks fine. He's a little bit older. Cool. I don't have an issue with that. He does have samples of the G, I think. Yeah, G virus. You see it, G on the front. Could have made it look a little bit cooler, like in the game, like the vial with the purple liquid. But anyway, he's got the handgun.
A virus?
We're definitely going to get the Hunk, you know, scene where he takes the virus, or the team take the virus, and then Birkin gets shot.
The virus infects.
Robbie Amell, a decent choice for Chris, definitely. Itchy Tasty, not too keen on that. Thrown in there very haphazardly. Get a different look at the zombie. It actually looks better from the front, not going to lie.
Bro. He has to become this action hero.
I mean, that's definitely right, you know, that's what happens to the character. Yeah, it's cool. It's pretty sick. This is really creepy, but the bloodshot eyes, don't know if I'm a massive fan of that. Should have kept it just, I don't know, white contacts like the Doberman. But it's very creepy. That is, that's not as good as the video game scene. So just it looks a bit, I don't know. It just looks like it's been thrown in there for fan service. But it hasn't been handled properly. It's very cheaply thrown in there, in my personal opinion.
What's really cool about our movie is that it is very much an adaptation of the games.
We gotta get out of here.
It's like I'm living in the video game, and it's really, really exciting.
Get behind.
Sherry, Leon, Chris. So Sherry's on the train, Chris is on the train, Leon and Claire are on the train. Zombie design here is wicked. This is what I wanted in the original. This is what it should have looked like. It's very cool. Chris just taking heads out, as he does. This is interesting. Not sure where this is, but there's a weird tiled background and stuff around there. So maybe a lab. It's maybe the lab. And I think people have got this right, where the labs intersect, they connect to each other. So from the mansion it goes underground, and that's something from the original film. It wasn't in the games originally. The lab was separate in the Arklay Forest, and then you had the big underground lab. You know, underneath the city. But here, I think they're going to connect them. So that's interesting. That's cool. I don't mind that. I thought it was quite cool in the original film how a train took them from, you know, the Arklay mansion to the underground facility underneath Raccoon City. So we get a good look at Leon.
Welcome to Racoon City is very much an origin story. So we see
Cool.
Leon Kennedy's journey. For fans, Leon's an
I like that bit. Obviously, the liquor is hidden in shadow.
action hero, but we really want to go back to the original
So you say he's an action hero, yes. Here I don't agree with him.
game, where he's quite a nerdy,
He's not nerdy. He's not nerdy, he's just green. He's wet behind the ears. First day on the job, what do you expect?
reluctant hero.
And he says he's a reluctant hero. He's not a reluctant hero. Like, he actually does an amazing job during the outbreak, considering it's his first day as a police officer. You know, like in the remake of 2, it's the same thing, but he's got a little bit more of a character flaw where he apparently gets drunk and that's why he misses his first day or he's late. But he was never reluctant. He was always wanting to be like the guy that could solve everything and sort things out and protect people, even with zombies and whatever else roaming around. And that's kind of what his resolve was, and that's why he, you know, he survived, essentially.
Guys,
He says guys. I think Irons joins them, so yeah.
It was really important to cast the actor that could bring
That's cool, we get a look at the outside in the city, so I quite like that.
the actor that could bring
Yeah, that's really cool.
Kennedy to life.
Good shot, and I like this bit where he shoots a zombie.
We did not.
So maybe in this he's quite a reluctant person. I don't know, like he's reluctant to maybe shoot these things, or he's not sure what's going on, and then when he does that, Claire, you know, she looks quite surprised, like, whoa, he actually, you know, capped someone. So
Someone that looked identical to the game.
this is a good shot. We get Jill, so Jill does survive, thank God. I was thinking they were going to kill her off. Wouldn't have been happy. That's my favourite character in the series, so, you know. This is in the train, so Leon's driving the train. We've got Jill as well.
Had no emotional connection.
the fans are going to be happy with this movie because it's pulling very much from the games. Shall we go?
Throughout the movie, we
Train looks really good.
see Leon become the character that gamers will recognize.
And of course he gets his trademark rocket launcher. He always has to have a rocket launcher. That's Leon's thing, man. And I was right in a previous video, I said that he blows Birkin up and then Chris is thrown forwards. It's a bit shitty that they've showed us the ending, I'm not going to lie. They keep doing this in trailers. But it is what it is.
A rocket launcher? Found it in first class.
So he kind of becomes an action hero there, as you can tell. November the 24th. So overall, the vignettes, they're cool. I like them. You know, I've made tons of videos on this. You can go back and watch the other ones if you want to know my thoughts on Lisa Trevor's character change. They really kind of fucked that up, in my opinion. And then there's 2 trailers that I sort of went through, and I have different opinions on the 2 trailers. One of them's actually quite well done, the other one not so much. The vignettes are cool. There's some stuff in it that really, it made that old school Resident Evil fan inside me smile here and there, definitely. You see, you got to see it from my point of view. I love the originals. I love when Resident Evil was horror. That was its best form, in my opinion, survival horror. And yes, it incorporated action as it went on, Nemesis, you know, onwards 4. But it still had like a horror vibe that it was still tense and atmospheric, and all the rest of it still retained that vibe. And yeah, Nemesis might have been more of an action-packed game, but it was like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees stalking you, you know, that type of thing, but just something even worse and more unstoppable than them. So it had that going for it, and that's how I like to remember Resident Evil at its height. And yeah, okay, RE4 was good. 5 was enjoyable as an action game with horror elements. But I really do like the originals. Do you know what I mean? That's what I grew up with. That's where I come from. Survival horror. That's the stuff. And when Resident Evil 2 remake came back and it brought back the survival horror 7 here and there, it made me very happy. The fact that they can go back to the originals, The Mansion, Raccoon City, that does fill me with some I want to say hope. I'm not going to say hope. I don't know if I have a lot of hope for this. I want to, but I don't think I do, because there's things that really do piss me off that I've seen and I'm like, ugh, I don't like that. It puts me off. But then there's things like the shot from the helicopter and the way the mansion looks and the zombies and just those horror elements that I really like. There's changes that they've done which I don't like at all, and I just think, why did you do that? But there are shots in this film, or at least these vignettes, that did, it made that old school fan of me smile here and there. The vignettes were cool. Nothing wrong with them. They waited to show the scene of Lisa Trevor behind the secret door. They obviously did that. I've made a video about this whole thing, but they obviously did that because in the original trailer the door slides to about here and then it cuts off and it cuts to the next sort of like scene, and they did that on purpose because he knew that people were going to see this and be like, what the fuck. He knew that fans would be pissed and be like, what the fuck is that? And it's clearly what it is. It's what you see. It's that she joins them and tries to help them, and I think that's a load of bullshit, personally. I don't like it. Shitty change. And some of the problems still stand. Like, this zombie, it doesn't look as good as the original, like from remake or director's cut. Just doesn't. Random dude he's chomping on. It's not even Kenneth Sullivan, which sucks. He's caused Chris. The costumes ain't bad. They're not amazing, but they're not bad. CG still looks ropey, definitely. All the set designs are great. I will say that. There's one sort of one-to-one stuff that, but he had the orphanage, and then I think it's in my previous video. He had the orphanage, and then he had another shot of the orphanage, and it looked like it's from the game. And the truck looks like it's from the game, and the guy who's playing the truck driver, it's like they got the truck driver spot on, right, in terms of how he looks, but the rest of them they fucked up. So yeah, Leon looks badass here, loading the gun.
Fans.
And they fight a licker. There's one licker in this, and that's it. So, spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, then you should cut off the video now because it is going to end soon. We get Birkin in different stages, which is cool. I'm happy with. I think his design is pretty cool. We get one licker. We get the dogs, the zombies. Am I missing anything else? I think that's it. And that's our lot, which is weird. Because when you want to reboot a film, I would think that you'd want to have different enemy types other than Birkin, that haven't been seen in the previous films. Unfortunately, they're still keeping it very narrow, and I think that's a bit silly. Like, they should have just concentrated on one storyline. I think that's the problem. I do like that we get a bit of characterization, definitely, like where they're in the office and stuff. It looks like there's actually a decent amount of characterization. I think that's cool, definitely. But it's not going to matter if the script's a load of shit. Like, really, is it? It's going to be cheesy stuff. Some of these lines are really cheesy, and that's fine. It's B-movie-ish, and it's based on Resident Evil. We expect nothing less. But the point is, if you're going to try and put all this characterization in the film, then they better have some decent lines. It better be interesting when you're watching it, and not just a load of bullshit. I like that we get to see them before they head off to the mansion. That's very cool. That's something that the book actually, sort of told us. If you go back and read the S.D. Perry book, Umbrella Conspiracy, is the best one. We get to sort of see the stars interacting with each other in the RPD before they head off to the mansion, and Forrest and Chris are like friends, and it's very, very interesting. So I would go and read the book, 'cause it's cool, but it looks like they've incorporated a little bit of that into this, and that's wicked. I've always been fascinated by what the Stars were doing just before the mansion incident, and I've only ever read about it. But here we get to see a little bit of that, so it's pretty cool. But again, they should have either just adapted the first film, that would make sense, first game, sorry, into a film, that would have made sense, then moved on to 2. I know he was eager to get onto 2, I've watched the interview with him, but, you know, I don't know, they could have done things like I said previously. They could have had sort of like body cams that recorded footage, just like in the game, Kenneth Sullivan's body cam, you know, records him getting killed by a zombie. They could have had that, and then Leon and Claire in this film find that in the Stars office, watch it like they are, you know, watching the Ashford twins, and you get to sort of see these cameos from these, you know, characters like Jill, Wesker, Chris, and then like it could have sort of like just continued with this story, and then they could have done a prequel, and it could have been the mansion incident, and then they could have moved on to Nemesis or Code Veronica. As it is, they've smashed the 2 films together. So because there's so many characters, I will say one thing: Barry and Rebecca aren't in this, as you can tell, and I will say, don't bring them into the film series if that's how it's going to be, and you haven't had them in this, you know, because in my opinion they would have to survive, because they are surviving, you know, Stars members and characters. They don't want to kill them off, unlike Paul Anderson did with Barry. So they kind of knew fans would be like pissed. So instead, you'd have like Barry, Rebecca, Chris, Claire, Jill and Leon all on the train with Sherry as well. And that's just too many fucking characters. So I get why they sort of cut them. And they didn't want to kill them because they're beloved characters. So I sort of understand it in a stupid way. You either have the balls to do it and kill them off, or replace them with Brad Vickers and Richard Iken. Fair enough, yeah. But still, you know, it's a bit silly. You've tried to rush it. You've tried to cram everything together. And we've got the one liquor, the dogs, the zombies, and Birkin. So Birkin's the only new thing in this. Mr. X isn't in it. No, you know, poison ivies. I don't think we're going to get the huge plant from 2, you know, that's taken over the lab. We're not going to get the different types of liquors. We're not going to get hunters, which I've wanted to see forever, you know, for the longest time. They're not even in the CG films, the hunters. That pisses me off. They were great in Revelations 1, so I don't know. The one thing is like Mr. X, like why would you incorporate Mr. X into this? He's such a well-known, you know, enemy within the games. Oh, we get Lisa Trevor, but they're turning Lisa Trevor good, so wasted fucking opportunity for a great villain, for a great enemy, you know, one of the scariest bioweapons in this series. So yeah, it's a bit, no giant spiders, no snake, no giant shark, all this stuff that they've cut out, you know, it's just, essentially we've seen it before. We see it in the first film and throughout the Paul Anderson films. We see it in the CG films, and they've always got the liquors, and they've always got the dogs, and they've got this, and it's just reusing these enemies over and over again, and people just want to fucking see some new ones. Even the crows, for fuck's sake. That was like one of the best parts of that third film, Resident Evil Extinction, was the crows. So, yeah, like, you know, like I said, stuff like this, poorly handled, looks just rubbish compared to its, you know, to the video game sort of counterpart. So my feelings haven't changed for all that stuff, but I think that the vignettes were well done. We've got to look at the characters a little bit more. We get to hear some of them quipping, you know, sort of doing the action hero thing, and that's cool. But I don't know, people. I don't know with this one. It's a tough one, definitely. With Uncharted, I can just sit there and tell that I'm not going to like it. I'm like, fuck this film. Yeah, how do you fuck up Uncharted? I don't know, but fuck this film. Yeah, even from the trailer, I'm like, you fucked it. I don't know how they managed to fuck that up. Really, seriously, it's ridiculous, but it's Hollywood, so they'll find a way. With this, it's a bit more complicated. There's like things that I really like in it, and I'm like, that's cool. And it's almost like part of me is like, I can get how they smash things together, and it can kind of work in a weird fucking way. Then the other part of me, you know, the part that's a bit more rational, is like, nah, it's going to be a clusterfuck. It's going to be a 90-minute long film, maybe an hour. Well, it's 90 minutes is hour and 20, isn't it? Hour and 30. So yeah, it's, I don't know, maybe hour and 40 minutes, maybe. And I think they're going to rush it, personally. So yeah, train looks good though. Like I said, vignettes not too bad. There's parts of it that I really did like. The helicopter, the angle, the shot of that, the train, all the set designs. Characters are alright now. I'm not as hung up on that. It's because I like the actors that are playing them. It's just I don't think they're the right choices for the characters. There you go. That's my opinion. So yeah, but I do like the actors and actresses. So, you know, there is that. Yeah, that's about it really. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you more hyped for the film now, or are you a bit cagey with it? I want to know in the comment section. If you did enjoy this video, then leave me a like, leave me a dislike. If you didn't, whatever, helps me get seen. It's all good. And yeah, I guess all that's left to say is until next time. I'm System Check 66. I don't think there's going to be too much else that comes out for this. So November the 24th, I'll be going to see the film, maybe around that time, and I'll give you guys a review of it. It'll be the final review, so I'm definitely going to go and see it. Uncharted though, I'm alright, I'm going to leave that. Might just play the games when that comes out from 1 to 4. So yeah, take it easy. Peace.